Hey, you guys. Hello, hello. Welcome. This is my first attempt at a live stream, so bear with me if anything goes wonky. But I wanted to hop on here and um, with the intention of doing this regularly, probably weekly, if not more frequently, to come on here and share a message with you. So a little bite size, easily digestible, something that's going to feel real good in your tummy when you take it in, right? Kind of like one of my favorite things is a coconut macaroon. So that's what this is. This is the coconut macaroon message of the day. And so the message that I want to share, let's look at why metaphysical beauty. So I founded Metaphysical Beauty because I believe and I experience beauty as a gateway to God. Okay, so let me just break that down a little bit further and say that in my experience, there are three ways that we come to know God. One is through the mechanism of our body and all of our senses that we utilize to for example, we might watch with our eyes, right? Watch a beautiful sunset or hear like a transformative piece of music or enjoy a coconut macaroon, right? The taste of a delectable morsel. But we have the wonderful gift of our five senses and our physical body as a way to behold the beauty that is all of life, right? That is God. The next way that we come to know God is through understanding. Um, when we can truly understand ourselves through self reflection and others, right? When we have that knowing of another person and just really understanding potentially what the purpose of life is, things of that nature, like who I am, right? Knowing who I am, that is an experience of God. Another way we might experience God, the one we're all mostly familiar with, is through love, right? So the heart, which is also like the seat of the soul, is where we experience that thing that you can really not describe. You can't necessarily put your hands on it, but you know it, right? You feel it, you experience love. And one of my favorite I guess he's a lecturer, but he's just a badass. His name is Rupert Spearer, and the way that he describes love is it's the absence of other. It's the collapse of the separation between two, right? So love is the presence of the one, the presence of God. So those are the three ways: beauty, understanding, and love. And so body, beauty, our five senses, understanding is the mind, and then love is the heart or soul. Okay. So I am finding it most compelling, most interesting at the moment to explore the landscape of the body and all of our senses as a vessel or vehicle into the experience of knowing God. And so metaphysical beauty is my the means, if you will, that I've created to support that knowing, that experiencing of self as God for other people. And, I truly do believe the purpose of life, and thus it is the mission of metaphysical beauty, is to see and be our true selves, right? And from this true self, that infinite self image, the infinite I am, right? From this true self, we then can fulfill our soul's mission, whatever that may be. Okay. And so those are the things that are of most interest to me at present. And so creating Metaphysical Beauty, this channel and the work that I do in my business with my private clients is in service to that intention and to that deep interest that I have. So I welcome any comments or questions that you might have around Colette. Tell me more about beauty as a gateway to God, right? Tell me what it means, this metaphysical thing. I'll just tell you that some more information about that right now, right? So typically when we think about beauty, we're focused on our face and our physical bodies, which is fabulous. It's so much fun to enhance our physicality. But because we tend to identify as our bodies, our physical bodies, um, we actually are limited in terms of how much beauty and love and understanding and infinite, I don't know, fulfillment that we can experience because we have interpreted beauty in a very limited sense. So metaphysical, right, means beyond the physical. So metaphysical beauty is about going beyond our face and bodies into the very heart and soul of our being. So that we can experience ourselves as infinite, as God, as truly what beauty is in this world. And yes, we get to play with our hair and makeup and fashion and all the fun stuff too. Um, but let's get to the truth of who we are first and then start playing in the physical after that. It's way more fun. It's way more satisfying. We have an inner sense of peace and confidence that is independent of what we look like physically, right? So it's just way more fun to know ourselves as infinite, as God, and then to dress up, to dress it up with whatever fun stuff we feel like dressing up with. But first, we get to the truth of who we are. And that is what this channel is dedicated to. And I intend to interview people to expand on this idea and to deepen the discussion and to invite you into this world in the most fun way possible, quite frankly. So, a little quick message that I wanted to share with you here. Beauty is a gateway to God. And if you don't quite understand what that means or how it is, then tune back in. Maybe subscribe to the channel because it's the foundation of the conversation that we're going to be having here. All right. So, I'll see you soon.